Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League did not need to be a live service game. For God's sake, it was $70 at launch. If you're gonna make a live service game and have microtransactions in it, make it $40. As much as I enjoy the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League gameplay and the story, it does not need anything other than that. It is good the way it is. I want to discuss the ending, so if you guys haven't seen the ending or you are interested in seeing it, go over my live stream and watch it. But I'm going to tell you a little bit, so if you want to skip over this part, feel free to do so. At the end of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, they set up for their microtransactions in the future. They have Season 1 coming soon. And I'm like, shouldn't we be in Season 1 already? What is this? This is nonsense. In the midst of having hundreds upon thousands of live service games that are out there right now, we did not need a full price $70 live service game with microtransactions in it. We did not need that at all. You could have just made this its own thing and left it alone. But the fact that you charged $70 for this when it could have been $40 just shows me the greed of these publishing companies. I'm against live service models, and here's why. Narrative integrity. You know, a live service model could compromise the depth and coherency of a game's narrative, potentially leading to fragmented storytelling and diluted character development. Let me just expand on this a little bit. Fragmented storytelling. In a live service model, developers often release new content in episodic or periodic updates. This approach can disrupt the flow of the game's narrative, as each update may introduce new story arcs, characters, or conflicts without proper integration into the overarching plot. Players may find themselves jumping between disconnected storylines, making it challenging to maintain cohesive and immersive narrative experience. And therefore, you end up with diluted character development. Character development is crucial in narrative-driven games like Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. However, in a live service model, the focus may shift more towards releasing new content and less on deepening the development of existing characters. And as a result of that, characters could feel rushed or underdeveloped, with insufficient time for players to connect with or understand the motivations of the complexities of each character. And this could even lead into lack of narrative closure. Live service games often prioritize ongoing engagement and retention, which can lead to a reluctance to conclude major storylines or resolve significant plot points. This perpetual state of narrative ambiguity can frustrate players who seek closure and resolution to the narrative arcs they've invested in, ultimately diminishing their overall satisfaction with the game's storytelling. With frequent updates and changes characteristic of live service games, there's a risk of introducing inconsistencies or retcons, and this can disrupt previously established narrative elements. Such inconsistencies can confuse players and erode their trust in the game's storytelling, detracting from their overall enjoyment and immersion in the game world. And then you have development constraints. The pressure to deliver regular content, updates, and live service model may limit the creative freedom of the development team. They may be forced to prioritize quantity over quality, resulting in rushed writing and storytelling decisions that compromise the depth and the richness of the game's narrative universe. Overall, while the live service model offers the potential for ongoing engagement and evolving gameplay experiences, it also poses significant challenges to maintain the integrity and coherence of a narrative-driven game like Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. There are a few other things that you could touch upon in this, where you could say player experience is going to be greatly affected with constant updates, patches, and changes inherent to live service games might disrupt players' immersion and hinder their ability to fully engage with the game world and its mechanics. What about quality control? With a live service model, there's a risk of prioritizing quantity over quality, leading to rushed content releases, unresolved bugs, and unpolished gameplay experiences. There's also monetization concerns as well. Live service games often rely heavily on microtransactions and other monetization strategies, potentially undermining the enjoyment of the game by pressuring players into spending money to progress or access content. It's crazy. It could divide the community as well. You have community division. The live service model can also create a divide within the player community, as some players may have access to certain content or advantages that others don't, leading to feelings of exclusion and unfairness. You have long-term viability as well. Live service games require ongoing maintenance and support, which may not be sustainable in the long run, potentially leaving players with unfinished experiences or abandoned games. Fact is, the live service model is not good for superhero or supervillain games like Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. It's just not good for the game. Do something like you did in Arkham Knight, in the Arkham series. I mean, the gameplay for this game was extremely fun. The combat was great. I understood it after a while. It took me a little bit to get used to. But the fact that it's a live service game now, it just bothers me. Because I know for a fact that I'm not going to buy any of the extra content. When I get a game, I want to play the base game and that's it. If you come out with DLC, fine, that's fine. But you don't need to make it a live service game. Making season 1, season 2, season 3, season 4, you don't need that. And the fact that it showed their roadmap at the end of the game just put a weird taste in my mouth. It was unpleasant. I really hope that Rocksteady has learned their lesson from this, from players saying that this game is bad and saying that the live service model is not for games like this. Because honestly, this game wasn't that bad, but I feel like everybody who was under the sun who gave this game bad reviews like they did just did it because of the live service model. I think the game is fun. That's all I have to say about that, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like down below, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and select all. If you enjoyed this, I might do videos just like this in the future. I'm not quite sure yet, but thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you all later. Peace out.